Hello and welcome. Carrie here from Carnivore Diet Movie in Homestead How. And hopefully you guys can all hear me okay. Please leave a comment down on the side if you can. Uh, let's see here. Yeah. So today, wow, there's a bunch of people on here already. This is crazy. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I'm still enjoying my water. I figured I would do a quick update because I'm going to be gone for like a week. I do have some videos I prepared that are scheduled to go live while I'm gone, but my good friend Adam from Carnivore Today and I are heading up to visit Maggie, the 82-year young carnivore who's been a carnivore for 60 years, and she's just thriving. Uh, I'm really looking forward to visiting her. I was joking around with Adam. It's going to kind of be like, you guys know I'm in the basement of the movie theater. There's a movie playing above my head right now. I love movies. A favorite movie from when I was younger was City Slickers. And I've been joking and kind of not joking with Adam that it's going to be like City Slickers. We're going to go up there and work on this dude ranch, do some YouTube videos, and also capture Maggie's story. So looking forward to that. We're leaving tomorrow. So yeah, I'll be offline for a while, and I've been doing a lot of videos lately. So but I do have a video on Tuesday coming out. I think you guys will really like it. It's called the 5 stages of carnivore. Another one of my carnivore epiphanies, but I kind of think there's 5 distinct stages, and I think you guys will like that video. That one's going live on Tuesday, and then I got a homesteading one on Thursday, like we do every week. So that should be pretty fun. So for this live stream, please post your questions in the sidebar. QQQ, 3 Qs. That'll help me spot them. And if you have questions for me about my 5-day water fast, which I'm going to talk about here in a second, or carnivore, or anything, the movie theater I'm in, I always love talking about the movie theater. We can talk about any of those things. Oh, wow, got a super chat already. Dennis, thank you so much. Have some fantastic Alberta beef. It's so funny you say that, Dennis, because I was just chatting with my friend Adam, planning and preparation for tomorrow, and we're gonna have some good beef at Maggie's house because she's a cattle rancher. So we're gonna have some nice beef right there from her ranch. But there's also some places nearby. So my only worry with Maggie's awesome. My only worry is Adam and I just recently, we hit our goal weights and I just did this fast, and I have been very hungry. So I've been eating a lot more than most normal humans do. So I don't want to eat Maggie out of house and home, but we've got some things nearby. There's actually a camera rental place nearby that we might rent a lens from to film with. So thank you so much, Dennis. I really appreciate that. Every penny we get goes right to the Carnivore Diet Documentary. Anyone that's interested in participating still, we're going to be running out of time here at some point because we don't want this to go on forever. But we're filming. We've already started filming Bill, and we're going to film him again. And we're filming Maggie, and we're going to film a whole bunch of other people. You can register at carnivoredietmovie.com. We also have an email newsletter you can sign up for right at that same website. And if you want to donate, you can donate right there. This is all crowdfunded, an entire crowdfunded and carnivore created project. So, all right, let's talk. First thing I was going to tell you guys about was my 5-day water fast. You can see I'm really enjoying the water. I keep drinking it. It went great. I'm done. I'm officially done with my 5-day water fast. Today was day 5, and it was so much easier than before. I did a 3-day water fast before, and I did a 5-day water fast before. However, when I did those, this was a couple of years ago, I believe one of them I was doing keto. And then I believe another one, it was just the junky standard American diet. Because if you guys know my story, I did keto on and off, up and down, yo-yoed. I would lose some weight, and then I would gain it all back because I cannot moderate, and sugar is an addictive drug. So when I did the 5-day fast, it was hard for me to do the 5-day fast. I was really suffering. I got the keto flu and I was very fatigued and very weak. Not the case this time. Uh, the first day was the most remarkable day for me of the fast. I woke up the next morning and my legs just felt so heavy and so well rested, and I slept incredibly well. Slept like a baby. I woke up and I felt noticeably different and refreshed. So that was great. The first day I had a weird thing happened. I had some cravings for non-carnivore food, which hasn't happened to me. And other than this fast, I've been doing carnivore for, I got to check now. I forgot. I got a rough idea here. Let me check my little app here. 207 days I've been doing carnivore. I haven't had any cravings other than the first week for sugar or anything carb related. But Jen and I on Monday, we went to preview a movie. Monday, we did our date day. We try to keep that once a week, just some Jen and me time. We still and the rule is no working, because a lot of people don't know this, but this Carnivore Diet documentary is an incredible amount of work, and I'm not complaining at all. I'm so thankful for it. We also have this movie theater, which is a lot of work. I was here a couple days this week getting things ready for this weekend's movie. And then we have our dog kennel, our Airbnb rental, and we have a website business I work on. And then we have a really busy Amazon influencer business where I think we did like 1,000 videos for Amazon last year. So it's been very, very busy. But Mondays, or one day a week, we take the entire day off and we say no work whatsoever. But we ended up kind of working because we went to watch a movie at the neighboring town at one of our competitors. We saw the movie The Blind. It was really good. I mentioned this in another video, so I won't spend too much time on it. It's like the true story behind the Duck Dynasty guy, which I never really watched the Duck Dynasty, but it was an incredible story. Really well done movie. I'm hoping we can get it here. That was one of the reasons we went to see it. For some reason, even though we run a movie theater, we're not allowed to preview the movies. Critics can preview the movies, but we can't. We just kind of got to go on blind faith or watch them somewhere else before we play them here. So, but anyways, sorry, I'm rambling. I'm still getting things together. I just finished my fast. I'm feeling great, but the crazy thing is, after I ate something, I feel a little tired. So I've got some electrolytes in this one, and then some regular water in here. And I'm trying to be careful not to dilute the electrolytes. But Monday at the movie theater, we drove past this old pizza place, and I had just this intense craving for pizza. I have had nothing like that in 207 days. That was kind of disturbing to me. Of course, I didn't eat the pizza, but it was really weird. I think it was my brain like, oh, what is going on? You were supposed to eat a couple hours ago, like starvation mode, like every day for 207 days. You've eaten at this time every day, and now suddenly you're not. Something weird happened, but it quickly went away. And then day 2, 3, 4, 5, none of that. No cravings, no hunger pains. It's incredible. It's so weird. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I was not hungry at all. And I did my pull-ups every day. Although some people pointed out, I did a video the other day. I as the days progressed, I wasn't doing a full extension with my arms. And then I noticed that in the video. So that was true. Some people called me out on that, rightfully so. But even though I cheated a little bit, I did more and more every day. I did 10, 11, 12, and then like 15 the last day. So that was kind of incredible. And then the second to last day, I cut up a whole bunch of firewood, which is, I couldn't do that before carnivore. I used to get so tired doing firewood. I don't know what it is. Heavy chainsaw, leaning over, lifting big logs. It's a lot of work. So I did that during the fast. I did a bunch of walking exercises, and I got an incredible amount of work done. My goodness, like 2 days ago, I edited a YouTube video. I did a live stream. I edited another video that's going live on Tuesday. Worked on a bunch of Amazon stuff, worked on my website stuff for my regular job and regular customer, worked on some movie stuff. It was like, I don't know, 16-hour day or something. So fasting's amazing. I'm getting questions from people. Why did I do the fast? You don't have to lose weight. I didn't do it to lose weight. I was already at my goal weight. However, I hit my goal weight, I don't know, a month and a half ago. And then I got ravenously hungry. I've mentioned this before. You lose that visceral fat and you start getting really, really hungry. So I was eating way more food. I put on a couple pounds. I was down to 159.9 at my lightest. At my heaviest, I was 262. So that's over 100 pounds I lost since my heaviest. I didn't lose it all on carnivore. I lost some yo-yoing on keto, but I lost most of it in the hard weight on carnivore. So when I started the fast, actually, let me look here so I get this right. I took a picture, got proof right here. My weight when I started the fast, I'll tell you my weight when I started the fast, and I'll tell you my weight that I did today when I ended the fast. So when I started, let's see here. I got a bunch of stupid pictures down here. I was sending Bill, flicking my knife around. I was just talking to Bill. He was he got a sponsorship from Element. I'm so happy for him. When you guys see those sponsorships on some of the channels, like Bill's channel, it's pretty awesome. Uh, Here we go. I couldn't believe it. When I weighed myself at my lightest, I was 159. So in the last like month and a half, 2 months, I gained 10 pounds. I was at 169. Now, however, with a caveat, the day before I started my fast, I ate an incredible amount of meat. I'm like, I don't know if that's priming or what. Uh, I think I ate like 4 pounds of meat or something like that. So if you minus the 4 pounds, I was 165. But that was my weigh in when I started, 169.6. And now let me just get the exact one because I don't remember. I weighed myself today before I ate. And today from 169 to, one of the girls spilled some paint on her scale or something. I don't know what the deal is. 161. So 8 pounds or so. So yeah, I lost about 8 pounds in 5 days. I guess that's a lot. Although some of that's water weight, and I ate a bunch of steak the day before. And I wasn't doing this to lose weight. And the incredible thing is my friend Jeff, one of the reasons I did this was to do this in solidarity with my friend Jeff, who's going through chemo. And I followed his exact same schedule. On Monday, he starts fasting. Tuesday, he fasts. Wednesday, he does chemo. Thursday, he fasts. Friday, he fasts. So I followed him exactly the same. That was one of the reasons I wanted to do it. The other reason is because I'm selfish and I think fasting's really good for you. It has all these anti-aging benefits. And people have been fasting throughout history. I was just Googling something about fasting. It says water fasting has been practiced for centuries, sometimes for religious or spiritual reasons. The benefits are detoxification, improved mental clarity, weight loss, cellular autophagy, which means cell repair. Why is it important? Because it helps reset the digestive system. It can improve insulin sensitivity, and it gives your body a break to focus on healing. Excuse me, having a little water issue there. I'll just drink some more. So there's lots of benefits to fasting. I wanted to just do a reset. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And then the last reason I did it, which is kind of crazy to some people, but I feel like a proper human eating carnivore diet for the first time in my life. I am not on any of these pills anymore. For the first time in my life, I'm on no medication, and I feel so good. And everything that's wrong in this world with people's healths and heart attacks and diabetes and strokes, and I would add in many cases, but not all cases, cancers, is just a departure from what is natural, what humans have done since the start of time. That's my theory. That's my belief. People can believe whatever they want, but that's what I believe. And I believe since the start of time, humans for a long period of time would go out and hunt an animal, kill it, eat a bunch of fat and meat, and then they would fast for like a week or until they could find another animal, maybe for 5 days like I did. I think that is probably pretty natural for a human. And leading up to the fast, I was having, like I said, I was so hungry when I got down to my goal weight. I was having bacon and eggs every single morning. And then I would have a big steak, sometimes 2 or sometimes a steak and some burger patties, and then maybe some more patties later or some ground beef and some butter. So I was eating a lot more than a natural human would. So I wanted to try it for that reason too. I felt great. I'm going to do this more often. And the last thing I'll say on this, and please post any questions you have. I'll tell you how I broke my fast too. I'm down 8 pounds, like I said. The crazy thing is this. My friend Jeff, who's doing this, going through the cancer, he is my exact precise height and my exact precise weight. And I said to him, Jeff, you have just done this. On Wednesday was his 30th time. That's 30 times doing 5-day fasts. 30. And I'm like, what were you like 230 times ago and you just go down every time? And he's like, no, Carrie, I have maintained at 162 for most of the time. I believe he said most of the time. It's incredible. So I think he probably gets in a lot more calories and eats a lot more when he's not fasting. But the human body is so weird that way. I've seen it in the opposite way, where I've done really strict. At one point, I was doing really strict carnivore, and I was hardly eating anything, and the weight wouldn't come off. No matter what I would do, the weight wouldn't come off. It's like your body gets into this routine, and it's like you got to switch that routine up to trigger something. But I don't know. The human body is a mystery sometimes. So, but I lost 8 pounds. I think a lot of that was water weight, and I ate a whole bunch of steak the day before. So it's not as drastic as that may sound. I feel wonderful. I don't know if I'm going to do many more 5-day fasts, but I'm not tossing that out there. But I think I'm going to try to do a regular fast once a month, maybe 3 days or 4 days. The thing is, I was really tempted, and this wasn't me trying to be a hero or anything like that. I just felt fine. I was listening to my body, and if at any point I was like, I feel weird, I would have just stopped. I'm not going to be stupid and just keep going. I felt so good. Like today, I was really wanted to be like, let's go to 7 days and just see what happens. And if I start hurting on 6, I'll stop. The only reason I didn't do that is because I'm traveling to Maggie's, and people that have fasted might know this. And people that have started keto might know this. Sometimes when you start or change your diet drastically like that, you can end up in the bathroom for a couple days. So I'm worried about that. So I broke my fast today. Oh, I was going to post this. I was going to do a short and I didn't post it. So you guys, I'll show you here real quick how I broke my fast. Oh, it was good. Now, this is so funny. The girls were making fun of me. I was just ranting and raving how good this was. I don't know if it was even that good. Maybe it just tasted so good because my taste buds haven't had anything. Let's see if I can show this to you. Well, this is going to be hard to see. That's how I broke my fast. And that was, let's see if I can show you here. That's not coffee. That is homemade bone broth. I have been saving up some bones in the freezer for a long time now, and I put them in some water and I boiled them and then simmered them for a couple hours today. And then about a half an hour before I ate those. Now, one thing I changed, I said before I started this, I said, I never said I'm quitting carnivore. Everyone got fired up because I said I'm stopping carnivore. And I'm like, definition of carnivore is eating meat. I'm stopping eating meat for 5 days. I did exactly what I said. I stopped eating meat for 5 days. But I also said at that time, I'm going to do lion diet afterwards. And I am. And I did lion diet for 3 days before starting this. However, I'm going to visit Maggie. And Dr. Chafee was telling me she's got this really good egg recipe and she likes to cook up eggs. And I don't want to be rude and be like, oh, I don't eat eggs. I'm just doing this lion diet thing. That was one reason. And the other reason was to break my fast after the bone broth. I'm like, what would be a good thing? Like, it seems bad to just eat a steak or something. I should have done more research, but to eat a big steak, even after having the bone broth and letting that settle in for a while, seemed like it would upset my stomach. I don't know. Scrambled eggs seemed like the best carnivore option for me. So it's not lion diet, but that's when I broke my. That's what I broke my fast with the bone broth, and then a while after that, I let the bone broth settle in. I ate it. I just drank it real slow for a long time, and then I slowly had some scrambled eggs, and that's it. That's all I ate today. There's a little bit of scrambled eggs and some bone broth, and tomorrow I'm gonna add in some more, but I'm not that hungry. I'm still not that hungry. So that's how I broke my fast. The fast was awesome. I feel great. I'm happy I did it. I love you guys. I had no intention of announcing this and doing it to have people be like, I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it too. But a whole bunch of people did, including my friend Brett from Carnivore Today, and my best friend Bill Knott, who's just a crazy man. It's like, dude, you don't have to do this. He's amazing. So, and then a whole bunch of other people too. So many that I can't name you all because I honestly don't remember, and I apologize for that. I got a whole bunch of comments suddenly. I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it for 3 days. I'm going to do it for 5 days. So I hope all of you did it and felt well afterwards and enjoyed it, because there's something to it. There's a lot of benefits to fasting. Like I mentioned earlier, detoxification, mental clarity improved, calmness too. I was so just chill and calm all week. Just nice, happy mood, relaxed, heavy legs when you wake up and you just get that really good night's sleep. That's one of my best favorite things on carnivore has been the sleep. And it's been really good, but it was even better on fasting. So that was my fast. What else I wanted to talk about was, I don't know if I should talk about this. Wow, we got 247 people in here. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Uh, I'm going to go through and take some questions in a second. But one other thing, I want you guys to tentatively mark your calendars. This is not official yet, but I still want to announce it because it's so exciting. So it looks like, I would say 90% sure, on 11/11, about a month from now. I think I mentioned this before, but it's much closer to becoming a reality now. And I don't know if I mentioned this to everybody. On 11/11, I'm going to be in Chicago doing a meetup, and it looks like my favorite person, one of my favorite doctors, Dr. Tony Hampton, is going to be there to join us. And during the day, we're going to be renting out a banquet room at a hotel, and we're going to be filming some carnivore stories for the documentary. And then in the evening, it looks like from 5 to 7, we're going to do a meet and greet. Nothing fancy. This isn't like a keto conference, a meet and greet with Dr. Hampton, myself, Adam, Alia, and hopefully a couple other YouTubers that you guys like and watch and follow. So tentatively, think about joining us if you're in and around Chicago. A month from now. It's a Saturday. It's 11/11. And then after that, from 5 to 7 is a meetup. We're hoping to go grab dinner at some steak place nearby, hopefully with Dr. Hampton and possibly his wife as well. And open that up to people too if they want. So stay tuned. There's nothing to register for yet, but we're working on putting together a registration form. We just have to finalize the details. So we should know more next week, although I don't know how good my internet connection is going to be up there, but I'm excited for that. And then after that, road trip, more filming, more filming, more filming. It's just going to be a whole bunch of filming. So the only other thing I have that's exciting, I mentioned it briefly before, but flying out to visit Maggie's cattle ranch. She's been a carnivore for 82 years. She's 82 years old. She's been a carnivore for 60 years. So that's just going to be incredible. I'm so excited for that because she's an independent rancher. She raises beef. And as I've said before, I interviewed my neighbors and did a video with them. That's so important. I'm so worried for the next generation. Who's going to want to raise beef independently? It's so expensive. It's such hard work, and they're so underpaid and underappreciated. And without them, we have factory farm mass production meat, and I don't want that. So I want to share Maggie's voice. I'm hoping to do a bunch of YouTube videos. We're going to do a couple members only streams. I know we got a bunch of members on here. I appreciate all you guys. Every week now I've been doing a members only stream. I normally do it Thursdays at 3 o'clock, and then every Thursday at 4 I do one of my homesteading videos. For 5 or 6 years now, every Thursday at 4 I do a video that's either about my homestead, about the movie theater, or a family vlog. So, but next week, it's going to be on Friday, just for next week. Every other week, it'll be Thursday at 3. So if you want to get in on that, you can become a member. I think our lowest membership is $3. You just click the join button underneath. And everyone that becomes a member gets access to those members-only live streams. And I'm also going to be doing a members-only video from Maggie's place with Adam. So... and then we'll go do some other YouTube videos, and I'm definitely going to be shouting out Maggie and the amazing work she's doing there. She's going to be offering beef to the public at some point. I don't know how far along that is, but that's going to be one of the things I'm talking to her about when we're there. So looking forward to that for sure. And it's just going to be so much fun. I'm meeting Adam, Carnivore Today. Adam, my good friend. He was one of the first people. He reached out to me. He said, I want to help in any way I can in the documentary. And he's been here almost since day one. We wouldn't be here without him. He's a brilliant, amazing, talented photographer. He's coming with. He's going to help me film Maggie. and we got it all planned out, and we're really looking forward to it. So besides filming all that, though, it's going to be a bunch of YouTube videos as well. And we're going to give Maggie a hand. She texted me and she's like, do you know how to swing a hammer? I'm like, yeah, I live on a homestead. I built a greenhouse. I built 2 tiny houses, done tons of projects. So we're not going to, we'll earn our keep. We'll earn our meals. She's going to feed us well. So we're going to do some work while we're out there too. So like I said, it's going to be kind of like city slickers. Maybe Adam and I will jump on a horse and wrangle up some cows or something. We'll have to see how it goes. So I'm so excited for all of that. So I'm going to take a look now and see. I'm so far behind already. See what questions we have. Oh, we got another one from Dennis. Thank you so much, Dennis. Alberta champions beef and oil. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. It's so funny you say that too, because like I said, I'm planning everything out, and Adam and I were trying to find a camera store because there's so much gear to bring with, and there's some stuff we want to rent. And we found a camera store, and then we were looking right by it. We're like, oh, there's a steak. There's a place we can get steak near there. Oh, there's a butcher place over here. And it looks like there's a lot of options nearby, which is really cool. Really cool to see. I never been there, but I've never been to Canada my entire life. So, and I know where Maggie is. She's on a big ranch, so I figured it was kind of remote. But about a half hour from there, there's a pretty big city with some options. So, all right, I'm going to go through and answer some of these questions. Thank you so much, Dennis, for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Got some people shouting out. Hello, carnivore community. Chris C asked, so I'm far behind on these like I always am. Did you lose any weight on the fast? About 8 pounds. But honestly, I think it was less than that because I ate 4 pounds of meat the day before and I was inflamed. My back, one of the other reasons I did the fast, I don't want to forget this. I got to write stuff down. My back was hurting for a couple days before, and it was inflammation. I had inflammation before I started carnivore for decades. No exaggeration. I thought I injured myself in high school. My lower back always constantly hurt, and that went away quickly on carnivore. I've heard so many other people do that. But I had some inflammation and I had some water, and I went out to eat once and it started hurting after that. And I think I know what it was. And I'm so careful when I go out to eat, but it doesn't matter. No matter how much you talk to them and say, don't put any oil or anything on my stuff, on my steak or on the side. Jen took me out and treated me a real nice meal. And it had lobster, and I was being a jerk. It had butter, and I was like, this is real butter. This is real. Is this? And they're like, they assured me it was real. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But after that meal, and I said nothing on the steak. I said, I don't want any seasoning. I want nothing. I don't want any oil. I don't want any garlic. I want nothing. I'm allergic to it. It'll kill me. But after that, my back started hurting. It's gone now. The fast helped. And it was like day 2 or 3 of the fast. It was like gone. So, but yeah, the scale showed 189 and it shows 181. So like 8 pounds or 9 pounds or so. One Hope for All. Love you, One Hope for All. Always leaving great comments. Hello, everyone. Today is a great day, and I'm not talking about carnivore anything. Awesome. October 13th is a huge deal for me. I'll leave it at that. What does slow mode mean? I put this, there's a setting to put the chat in slow mode because Dr. Chafee just had a whole bunch of people hit him. A lot of times these are bots. Adam and I had one the other day, and they came on, and it has to be a bot, and they post like 40 live chats in a row, and everyone's like, moderate, and you could have 10 people moderating, and you can't keep up, and then they change accounts, you kick them out, and then they change accounts, and it's another one on another one. So this slow mode, I think it pauses, so you can only leave one message every 20 seconds. Oh, there we go. Someone just said the same thing. Dr. Chafee encountered a bunch of trolls on a live stream. It was horrible. Yeah, that's the same thing. They're hitting everyone up. It's an unfortunate thing. Who are these trolls without a life? A lot of these trolls, I just want to say this because I know a lot of you are running YouTube channels. I had this question the other day on our members only live stream from Robin, getting some nasty comments from time to time. A lot of these are just software, and they often antagonize purposely the comments or the streams, but they flood the things, and then they want people to click on them, or people accidentally click on them trying to ban them. And it's just a bunch of people that don't have anything better to do. It's just like you get a bunch of spam email. It's that kind of same thing. Hey, Primal Mike, how you doing? Hey, family. Appreciate you, Mike. Hopefully we could see you out in Chicago 11/11. Some other awesome guys, Carnivore Brothers. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Hope you guys are doing well. I watched your guys' live stream the other day. You've done a couple, and it was really interesting. I enjoyed watching it. We got to get you guys on the channel, or better yet, I got to be careful. I always I invite everyone on the channel. Like, I wasn't saying no to anyone forever. And I don't want to say no to you guys either, because you guys are awesome. But I got to focus on this documentary going forward. And I keep, I'm still doing YouTube, and I'm still going to stream stuff because I keep finding incredible stories. YouTube is like a really good rehearsal for the Carnivore Diet Documentary. You guys know what's really funny? I don't know why I'm wearing headphones right now. I'm not talking to anyone. Take these off. Oh, my hair's all messed up. Yeah, so wow, I'm talking loud now that I got the headphones off. Carnivore Brothers, we got to get you guys out. I don't know how far you are from Chicago, but 11/11, it's not confirmed yet. We'll be doing a big announcement. We'll have a registration form. One leg, no carbs. Hey, Carrie, way to go. I'm on day 3 of a 5-day dry fast. Awesome. Congratulations. That's so cool. Tell me more, one leg, no carbs. I don't know anything about the dry fast. I'm assuming you don't drink any water, which just sounds crazy to me. What exactly is a dry fast? Is it just that? You just have nothing? No water, nothing? I thought you could only go like 3 days without water. But a lot of stuff I've heard is, of course, incorrect. But how are you doing on that too? Do you have any issues with like electrolytes or anything like that? Tell us more, please. I want to learn more about the dry fast, because I had quite a few people comment to me throughout the last 5 days of my water fast saying, you should do a dry one. You should do a dry one. Steve Forbes, congrats on the 5-day fast. Thank you so much. Mary said, hello from California. Hello, hello. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore, one of her favorites. Carrie, Maggie's going to love you visiting her. Thank you. I believe that's true. Not to pat myself on the back, nothing with me, but she's just awesome. She's an incredible person. We have been texting. She's got this. She's like, you got WhatsApp? I'm like, no, but I can get it if you want. And I got it. And we're like 2-3 times a week. She's texting me. She's sending me pictures of her working on the farm. And she is so fired up and passionate and so thankful for Dr. Chafee and the work that he did and the fundraiser he set up for her. But more so, she's just passionate about getting a word out about carnivore. And she told me this whole story about how she went to the grocery store, and the lady in front of her, you could just tell, was really unhealthy, and her whole cart was completely overflowing with food. And then Maggie saw the checkout, and it was like $300. And Maggie was just thinking in her head, like, she just spent $300 on waste. It's all waste. None of the stuff in that cart her body needed. It's going to go in one end, out the other, down the toilet, and it's a complete waste of time, effort, and money. And then the toll it's going to take on her system and the inflammation it's going to cause on her system. And Maggie was like, for $300, you know how much meat she could have got? And so it's funny talking to her. She's 82 years old, but it's nothing like, you don't feel like you're talking to an 82-year-old. She's very passionate and fired up. So I'm really looking forward to filming her, because she's been a carnivore for 60 years, because she's passionate and fired up, because she's a farmer, an independent rancher, and I want to share the word and elevate the voices of everyone that does that. And the last reason is just because a working cattle ranch, so cinematic, horses and cows, and just the beauty of Canada. It's going to be a win-win all around, I think. My only concern of the whole thing is internet connection, because I want to be able to back up all of our footage. I wasn't able to do that in Alaska. It was too slow, and I was really stressing, like, all this incredible days and days, literally 4 or 5 days of footage with Bill and his brothers and everything in the exterior of Alaska. And I'm like, someone could just rip the bag off my back and I would lose all this footage. I tried to upload it, and it took 8 hours, and it loaded like a 20-minute clip or something. It was ridiculous. Hoping the internet connection will be better there, but I do have some other backup options with me. Jeff, hello from Dubuque, Iowa. Great content, steaks and cakes. Oh, thank you so much, Jeff. Appreciate it. Robin said, first live, excited. Welcome, Robin. Hey, if you got any questions for us, put them down below. I'd love to answer. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore. Yes, thank you, Jennifer. You're awesome. Any questions you guys have for Maggie, please post them. I've been preparing. I have a whole list of questions for Maggie and specific shots we want to get of Maggie. One thing with the documentary is showing contrast or juxtaposition. My good friend Chad Heater told me all about this, and it's so true. Like, I've watched so many documentaries over the year. I'm not a documentary filmmaker. Newsflash. I've done a ton of video photography work. I've been on YouTube for 8 years. I've filmed like thousands of videos for Amazon, hundreds of videos on YouTube, but this is a new ball game. I love movies, I love documentaries, but getting that contrast, that juxtaposition. So seeing an 82-year-old throwing bales of hay and jumping on a horse, that is good juxtaposition. So I'm looking forward to that. But any other questions you guys have, please put them here. This whole documentary is like it's our documentary. It's not Carrie's documentary. It's crowdfunded from all of you, from all of the members, all of the super chats, all of the GoFundMe donations. And a lot of the ideas are from you, including an incredible idea from Primal Mike. I shouted him out before, but he's on here right now. He said, "Hey, Carrie, we got to show the scale of carnivore. It's much bigger than people realize." And I'm like, "You're right. How can we do that?" So we started filming. My name is Carrie. I'm a carnivore. And then at the end of the documentary, at a certain part of it, it's just going to have a grid of one face saying, "I'm a carnivore," and then another one and another one and another one. And it's going to fill the whole screen up. I recently shouted out in a video, cancerevolution.film. I have no affiliation with these guys. Someone told me about them. I watched this documentary series they did, and it was fantastic. And it was about cancer and metabolic health. And people that are treating cancer, some are using chemo and metabolic health. They're fasting and they're doing carnivore or keto, and they're having amazing results. And Dr. Seyfried's been talking about this for years and years and years. And anyways, I shouted that out in a previous video. And sorry, my fast is catching up with me now. I don't know where I was going with this. I'll come back to that thought. You know what's crazy is I felt great and energized this whole time. And then I ate today. And after I ate, I got kind of sluggish and tired. I'm like, I need to take a nap. So I think by tomorrow, I'll be back to 100%. I don't know where I was going with that. But if you have questions for Maggie, please post them below. Oh, I know where I was going. Sorry. So at the end of that first episode was all about cancer and metabolic health and the cause of cancer. And the thought is from Professor Seyfried, cancer is caused from mitochondria malfunction. That is due in most part to chronic inflammation. What do most people have chronic inflammation from? Eating sugar and seed oils and processed food for years and years and years. The food causes the cancer, and escape from natural causes the cancer. That was his point. My point that I was trying to get to, that I just had a little brain fog on and forgot, which is very rare for me on carnivore. At the end of that documentary, the first episode, they did the same thing that I was thinking about with Mike's idea. They filled the whole screen up with people that had overcome crazy results with cancer, people that have reversed cancer, people that have extended their life way beyond what they told they were supposed to by eating proper human diet and fasting and doing other regimens. And they filled the whole screen up, just like I wanted to do in the documentary. So anyways, it was really cool seeing it. I highly recommend that documentary. Some people were getting upset because they asked for a donation to watch it. I should have mentioned that. It didn't even cross my mind. They had to have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on that documentary, if not over $1 million. It's fantastic. The cinematography, the camera work, they have all of these different shots. I'm so inspired by it and want to do even better on our Carnivore Diet documentary from watching theirs. They have these 3D animations, professional like narration. It's so well done. So I told a couple people, like, hey, if money's tight and you can't afford to donate a couple bucks to watch this thing, email me, homesteadhow@gmail.com. I will take it, not out of the Carnivore Diet documentary one. I'll take it out of my own pocket. I'm not rich or anything like that, but I'm happy to pay a couple dollars if you want to hear this, because I think everyone needs to hear that story. And I don't think those people should have to do all of that. They had to hire camera people, animators, editors, colorists. I mean, it had to be hundreds of thousands of dollars. So to ask for a few bucks to watch it, I don't know how they're releasing it. I don't think they're putting in any streaming services. They're just doing it themselves. So a couple bucks to watch it is totally worth it for me. Totally. I would have been willing to pay way more than that to be able to have that information. God forbid I get cancer someday or someone in my family does. That information is so powerful in that documentary. So If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's Cancer Evolution. It's a really cool name. They do the R in uppercase. So it's kind of like you look at it, it looks like Cancer Revolution, but it's actually spelled Cancer Evolution film. Cancer Evolution film. I should post a link in the description. I didn't know I was going to talk about that. Aaron C asked, how are you sleeping on this fast? Fantastic. The best sleep of my life. I mentioned it briefly earlier. The first day was the best day. Absolutely the best day. And then every day after that was great. Sometimes before I sleep on carnivore, I'll have magnesium, and sometimes that gets me into a deep sleep. But the first day on this was like my first couple days on carnivore. Just such a deep, relaxing sleep. And then throughout the day, I can tell I'm rejuvenated and I'm relaxed and feeling better. You know, other thing is too, people comment on my baggy eyes. I don't care because I don't have any feelings. But I've done some videos over the last 6 months, and when I wake up in the morning, these are more pronounced. I think it's dehydration. I don't know, but I've noticed, you can kind of see right now on camera, I don't have any filters or anything on here. It seems like it's down a lot, especially compared to some of my other videos. So I don't know if that's because I'm drinking a lot of water or the fast or the cell regeneration. I don't know what it is, but sleep has been a lot better. I had some crazy dreams too. Just some, and when you wake up and you remember the whole dream, I feel like I get into a deep sleep when that happens. Steve Forbes asked, question, how do you prep for the fast? I always advise anyone, if you're going to do something like this, I am not an expert. I've done one 5-day fast before and now this one. How did I prep for the fast? I ate an incredible amount of food the day before. The other way I prepped, unintentionally maybe, is I was doing carnivore. That was the biggest life changer for me. Because like I said earlier, there's a lot of new people on here that maybe didn't hear that. But when I did carnivore before, I'm sorry, I never did carnivore before. When I did my 5-day fast before, was coming off of just a dirty keto or standard American diet. I wasn't in a deep ketosis. That's the best way to prep. Be in ketosis. Even if you're not doing full on carnivore, if your body's in ketosis and you go into it, it's going to be so much easier. When I did that other 5-day fast, I wasn't in ketosis. So then you got to get your body from burning sugar to fat, and you got to get into keto, and it can be challenging on the body, and you can get a headache and fatigue, and you can get that keto flu. That's the best way to fast, in my opinion. And then the other thing was my friend Jeff gave me some tips and we were talking to each other. So it's good to have some fasting buddies. And then all these other great people on YouTube started doing the same thing. He told me you got to have your electrolytes, which I knew that. But he was like, I do a thing where I'll put like my element, almost like a little shot of it, just a highly concentrated amount of element, snake juice, and just take a big shot in the morning. You got to be careful not to drink too much water around the time when you do that. But that can hurt your stomach. So I had a little sip of water after that, and then I would just chill on the water. I would drink a lot of water throughout the day, but not when I had my electrolytes. I think that really helped me. And I would do that in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I would have another one of those. So getting electrolytes was important, and then getting plenty of water, but not too much water. What's too much? I don't know. But I think what some people do is they will have their electrolyte and they'll chug water right after. And I think it'll just kind of flush it out and dilute it before the body can absorb those things. Again, I'm not a doctor. I never claimed to be, but that's what worked for me. And it was incredible. It was way, I don't want to keep saying it was easy because I feel bad for my friend Jeff. I'll say this. It had to be way easier than obviously what Jeff had to do 30 times. That's the other reason I did it. I'm like, dude, you've done this 30 times and you got to do keto in the middle of it. I can suck it up and do it for 5 days. So I'm so glad I did it. But that's my best advice. Keto first. Keto first. Jennifer said, I think his fast ended tonight. It did. Yeah. Some people are jumping on. They're new here. Today was my last day of my fast. I made some homemade bone broth and then I had some eggs. I'm going to continue doing eggs for the next week with Maggie. And then I'm going back on lion diet. I did lion for 60 days. And then I stopped in Alaska because I couldn't get meat. Had some issues getting meat. And what's going to be your first meal after finishing your fast? It was bone broth and it was some scrambled eggs. That was it. I didn't really eat that much either. I was full and I'm like, I'm going to just take it easy. I don't want to overdo this. That you got to be careful if you fast. You guys got to do your research. Some people will overeat or they'll eat the wrong stuff and you can get, there's some sicknesses you can get. You can really mess yourself up. Some people will just be ravenously and they'll eat way too much and they can really mess your body up. So you got to be careful. Someone said, I'm thinking he must be peeing every 30 minutes. I did pee a lot more. A lot of water in and out. Lisa C said, hello, all. Thank you, Mike, for calling us family. Congrats to the newbies for the bravery. Awesome. Thank you, Lisa C and Mike. That's Mike's introduction every time. Hello, family. He's awesome. You guys are a family for sure. I love the carnivore community. It's just, I can't thank you guys enough. It's amazing. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years now, and this community is just awesome. There's something to be said for that. I've said it before. I'll say it again real quick. Why is that? You got to be incredibly brave to be a carnivore. You're going against the grain of everything you've ever been told. I think that's one big reason. Who doesn't like brave people? What do you go to watch a movie for? You go to watch a brave superhero or something like that. Someone that has the potential to be brave has other attributes in their life that are attractive to people, and you want to surround yourself with those people. And then the other reason is just people on carnivore, because I think you get in that fat, it raises your cholesterol, balances your hormones, and you're in the Zen mode. It's there's something to it. Everyone on carnivore is just laid back and chill, and they're just nice, good people. Tammy said, do you need to be careful with sodium? I had knee surgery, so I'm trying to keep swelling down. I don't know. Sodium is very tricky. If any of you guys watch some of my YouTube videos, like the one I did on Thursday, I get so many comments. You're going to die with the amount of salt you're putting on stuff. To show you how much of a sodium person I am, I carry it around in my pocket. We still have these, by the way. This is the Redmond's travel size. I don't have mine on me because my keys are on the other room, but on my key, I have a keychain holder for these that we've been selling as a fundraiser for the doc. It's really cool. It's a little keychain, and then you have your Redmonds, and then if you go out to eat or buy a family, you have your salts with you. You guys can get those at carnivoredietmovie.com. Every penny goes to the documentary. And also these, sorry, quick commercial shout out. Also these, the guy that's doing these, Johnny, is awesome. This is an Alaska Carnivores one, but we have other ones that say carnivore or I eat only meat, ask me why. And then he engraves your name. There's my name on the side, or your YouTube channel, or your business, or anything you want. These things are awesome. Heavy duty, stainless steel, metal. This is this kind of thing you're going to have for an entire lifetime. We have those available at carnivoredietmovie.com as well. But about the sodium, I don't know a good answer. I know that on carnivore, the chemistry of the body changes, and I consume way more salt than I would have before. However, I recently had my blood work done, and it all looked wonderful. The only thing that was slightly off was my sodium. And you would think that it would have been too high because I eat an incredible amount of salt. I'm telling you, I put it all over my steak, and I joke about it like I'm painting the steak. I got to do 2 coats. It's everywhere. I have so much. I eat till taste, and my body always seems to want more and more. And Jen's like, "You're gonna die. Like, what are you doing? That's way too much salt." My sodium level was low, so I don't know. You got to get your test. On the testing thing, I went to a company my sister told me about, who's also a carnivore. It's called Alta Labs, and I paid for it on their website, and I went into this facility and I had it done, and I did it outside of my own insurance because that's a whole other very expensive story, being self-employed. But so I did it that way, and yeah, I'm doing a big thing. I'm going to share all of that stuff. I'm doing a big test. I kind of screwed up some of my tests. I was talking to Amanda from Carnivorous Me. And then the other thing for those that are new here, that's just incredible. I talked about this with Rena at 5 Minute Body. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check out 5 Minute Body. She interviewed me, and that video is blowing up, and she is so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers. I was really hoping that my video that I did with her would hit that. She's awesome. It was a great interview because of her, because she's such a good interviewer. But I mentioned on there, I've had an irregular heartbeat my entire life, and it's completely gone. I've been on carnivore for 6 months, and a couple months into carnivore, it went away. After 43 years, heart monitors like every other year. I've been wearing these things. It's completely gone. So long story short, in December, that was the earliest they could get me into the cardiologist. I'm going to get all of the tests so they can test I have congestive heart failure. I've had that for years now. I'm going to get that tested and see if that's improved because I feel like it has. I stand up now and I don't get dizzy like I did before carnivore. I feel like I could run a marathon. I was fatigued and tired all the time before, and my irregular heartbeat is gone. And so when I go in there, there's some specific tests I can get from the cardiologist that Amanda from Carnivorous Me told me about. So I'm going to do a whole thing. I'm going to share all of those. And I'm hoping I can bring the camera in. I'll tell the guy or girl, woman, can I film this? Honestly, my Jen, if she can't make it to the appointment, she always wants me to kind of film it because she's like, what did they tell you? What did they say? What did you do? She goes to a lot of them with me because I'm forgetful sometimes, but I'm hoping to film it for YouTube and just not show their face, and I'll share all that with you. But in any case, I'm going to share all the results with you. Jennifer, Texas Carnivore, congratulations. This week is her 1 year, 1 month, zero carb carniversary. Carnivore. Awesome. Mary said, what's a good price on raw milk? I don't know that one. I don't do any milk myself, but I know raw milk is pretty darn good. So if anyone in the comments can answer that for Mary, please do. Jennifer, you're so nice. Carrie, you're not rambling. We enjoy listening to you. Okay, well, if just rein me in if I start rambling. I've got an excuse tonight because it's the 5-day water fast just ended. And like I said, I'm a little like feeling like I need a little bit of a nap. I'm going to sleep good tonight and eat a big meal tomorrow. Hey, you guys want to know something else crazy? We're playing a movie above us right now. Everything else that I'm doing, the Carnivore Diet Documentary being the big one, the dog kennel, the Montello movie theater, our Airbnb rental, my website business, the Amazon business. Last week, I filmed a commercial at a huge facility nearby. They're a chicken plant. They're a chicken processing plant called Breakbush. Really cool company. They employ most of the people around here because we're pretty rural. I filmed their facility for their hiring people, and we're going to show it on the Montello big screen. So that was keeping me busy as well. So I'm wearing so many hats. I have a new hat now. This is kind of exciting. I'm going to tell you guys this real quick. My aunt, who's awesome. I don't know if she's on here right now. My Aunt Mary, she's the best. She's got 4 kids. She's the coolest person ever. She's getting married. She got divorced a couple of years ago, and her boyfriend for many years is the coolest guy ever, Mike. And man, that guy can smoke a brisket. He taught me so many things about my smoker. Love having them over all the time. They're getting married, and they asked us, can we get married at your movie theater? And I was like, yes, that would be awesome. That would be so cool. Our movie theater goes back to 1869. It's historic. There have been weddings here going back to before Lincoln was president. This place was here, so there have been weddings here before. But they're going to get married up here. But then she threw another question at me. She was like, could you be the officiant? And I'm like, I'm not qualified for that. She's like, yeah, but you can, like, because it's not by her house or church or whatever, she can't have her pastor come do it, I guess. I don't know. But she asked me to do it, and she's like, you can go online and you got to do this thing, and you go through it, and then they give you a certificate or whatever. I was like, if anyone else asked me this, I would say, I'm sorry, I'm too busy. I'm not going to do it. But since you asked me, I'm going to do it. So I did it, and it's done. And I got this certificate. And then it was funny. She sent me a text message a couple of days after that because she didn't want to ask me because it's kind of a big ask, but I'm like, absolutely. She's done so much for us, and I'm happy to help her. It's such an exciting thing. She sent me a text message, and let me see if I can find it here because I thought it was pretty funny. She said, she said, are you still up for this? Like, she was really nervous about it. I'm like, it's fine. I got it. I told you I would do it. I'll do it. She said, are you up for this? And I said, I texted her back. I said, please address me as Minister Carrie. I have a certificate of ministry now. I don't know how valid this is. Like, anyone out there that wants to officiate a wedding, you just go online and you pay like $30 and they give you a certificate. Let me see if I can pull this up here. It won't let me. Here's my, it's flipping it around. There's my certificate. Yeah, you probably can't see it on there. Anyways, I thought that was pretty funny. So that's next month after we do the Chicago meetup. So I thought that was pretty funny. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. The girls are going to decorate the whole thing. We have newspaper articles from this place in the 1890s when they decorated it and had the women's dance, and you'd come up to the door and the women would hand out carnations. They did like a Valentine's Day dance, an Easter dance, and they had a big orchestra come in, and so much cool history. So we actually have a newspaper article where they decorated up and they put this thing of flowers together over the stage. So we're going to try to do something really special. The girls are going to all chip in and help with that. And then we can put stuff on the screen too. We can actually put like some wedding music and like an arbor up or something. I don't know. We're going to figure out something cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sorry, I am definitely rambling now. Lisa C on the raw milk. We are share owners to get raw milk for $7 a gallon here in Southeast Indiana. In Indiana, it's 14. So between 14 and 7. She said she's a share owner. I know a lot of people do that because there's all these weird and frankly stupid laws that you can't use your own brain and decide to buy something from someone. Sorry, I'm going to go off on another rant. But you buy a share and then it's like you own part of the farm or something like that, or the cow. I don't know exactly how it works, but then it's legal. It's like this loophole and you get a better price. So it's $7. Thank you so much, Lisa. $7 to $14, depending on if you get an owner's share. Carnivore Ron. Hey, Carnivore Ron. How you doing, buddy? Always love hearing from you. Primal Mike, fasting is not for weight loss. Yeah. Jennifer, you are a talented multitasker. I attribute it all to carnivore, but thank you. Yes. Although I was doing a lot of this before carnivore, but I was doing it horribly and very stressfully and big bags under my eyes and stressed out all the time. And I don't have that anymore. So Two-Face said, long fast, well done, Carrie. Golf claps. Yeah, thank you so much. We got one from Nicole, first live chat. Welcome, Nicole. Hey, hopefully it's the first of many. You and Jeff DeProsperous have been so inspiring. I have a friend with the same disease and have been able to start the conversation with him. Thank you for doing what you do. God bless. Thank you so much, Nicole. That means the world to me. It really does. And it means the world to Jeff. I've been sharing these with Jeff. He's so excited. You know, the coolest thing that happened with Jeff, I said this before, but there's a lot of new people. I'll make it quick. But Jeff and I did the video together, and he told me, Carrie, I idolize Dr. Baker and Dr. Chafee. These are my doctors because my own doctors didn't tell me any of this stuff. And they're giving him hope. They're giving him a plan. That's one of the biggest things I've learned from Jeff and Ronnie and these other folks I've been talking to. If you get a diagnosis like this, you're hopeless. Of course you are. You've just been told you have cancer and you only have a couple months left to live. What do you need for that? You need a plan. You need to take things into your own two hands, do your own research, and make a plan. And these doctors didn't give them a plan. Their doctors they went to didn't give them a plan. They just said, you can do chemo, and that's about the best we can do for you. They had a plan. And part of that plan was generated from people on YouTube. Some of these fasting doctors, Professor Seafried is one of them that's amazing, that did so much help for Jeff. But Dr. Chafee is another one that's talked about a lot of this stuff, and Dr. Baker too, on the cancer front and the carnivore front. So after I did that with Jeff, I'm like, you got to tell your story to Dr. Baker. Your story's way more incredible than my story. And Dr. Baker had me on. So I emailed Dr. Baker and his team, and I said, you got to get this guy on. And they immediately emailed him back. They said, here's a calendar, pick a date. Well, that happened on Thursday or Wednesday. Jeff went on Dr. Baker's. He was kind of nervous, but I'm like, you'll be perfect. He did it. He had a great time. It was awesome. And then today, I was watching Dr. Baker's channel, and he did a dedicated like 5-minute video about talking to Jeff. He was so impressed with Jeff, and he was so inspired with Jeff, and he was using all the words that I've been using, going from hopeless to having hope, to having a plan, to having these, and then all of the thriving benefits he had on carnivore. So Dr. Baker went out of his way to do a dedicated video for Jeff. Shout out Dr. Baker. That video is on his channel now. I sent that to Jeff, and he was so excited and fired up because he's like, Carrie, you know how kids idolize like movie stars or Michael Jordan? I idolize Dr. Chafee, Dr. Baker, and I'm getting Jeff on with Dr. Chafee as well. And his other biggest idol, just this man's the life changer for sure. I mentioned earlier, Professor Seafried. The work he's done on cancer and fasting and cancer as a metabolic disease treated with metabolic therapies is incredible, and everyone needs to hear about it. And at the end of the month, Jeff, Ronnie, Diane, and one other person is going to be joining us for this first cancer roundtable with Professor Seafried. I can't wait for it. So thank you so much, Nicole, for your nice words. The video I did with Jeff, I think it's about to hit 20,000 views. I don't care about the views. I care about the reach. That's reaching an incredible amount of people. And I've heard so many comments like Nicole's here. Like, I didn't know about this. Thank you. Or I had a couple that are just heartbreaking. I was just diagnosed with cancer. I'm glad I have this as an option. And again, I said this before, I'll say it again. I am not saying if you get cancer, you need to do what Jeff's doing. I'm not saying that. You need to take it into your own hands. You need to decide if chemo is right for you, if doing metabolic, if fasting, carnivore, keto. You need to decide those things. My only thing I'm saying with all of this is people need to know that a lot of people are having amazing results doing fasting, in ketosis, or carnivore as they're going through cancer treatments. A lot of people. That whole documentary speaks to it. Professor Seafried speaks to it. I'm not saying it's the be all end all. I'm not saying there's no other option. The only thing I'm saying is the doctors don't tell you this. You get cancer. And Jeff and Ronnie, they're like, they never told me this. They just said chemo. I had to go out and seek this out. If you get cancer, they should have a little pamphlet and it should have a link to Dr. Seafried's work so people have it as an option. They don't have to take it as an option. And maybe they want to do that and they want to do some traditional standard of care therapy or whatever they decide to do. But then we have to get this out. This has to be an option for people. Not a requirement, an option. One Hope for All said, oh yes, when is Bill's first commercial for Element? I think it's on his next video. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's on his next video. Come on, Bill. If you're watching this, my goodness. Everyone go watch Bill Knott's channel and give this guy some encouragement. What is it going to take? I was yelling at him on here earlier. He was like, I spent so much time on this Element thing and it's just horrible. And then he sent it to me and I watched it. And I'm not flattering him. I'm not just trying to make him feel better. His Element commercial was one of the best I've seen. It was literally fantastic. Like he went to the trouble of pulling in like graphics and examples and talking about other things. And it was so good. I'm like, Bill, you knocked it out of the park. Why are you fretting about this? I'm like, don't let perfection or perceived perfection get in the way of progress. He does that a lot where he's like, this is going to be so horrible. And then he does it and it gets 30,000 views. Everyone loves his channel. He's awesome. It's just going to take a little more encouragement, I think. So shout out Bill Knott. Go check out his channel. Give him some more love. Amazing, amazing person. I'm so, I don't know if Bill's watching right now, but this is what's bothering me right now. What am I going to do, Bill? I cannot take this on a plane to Canada. They'll arrest me at the border. I'm going to be without my spider cone knife for a couple days. I'm literally going to be reaching in my pocket 50 times a day trying to get it so I can pull it out. Let's see if I can do this after my fast. Oh, geez. Come on now. Oh, my goodness. Bill, I just fasted. Let me go. One more time. There we go. Wow. Yeah, I'm not going to have this while I'm filming Maggie. That's going to be unfortunate. Barbievore, thank you so much. Cell repair is key. No insanity, Renee. Hello, everyone. Hey, Renee, how are you doing? Uncle Big Guy said, I have no eat Tuesday from Monday, supper to Wednesday, supper for the last 24 weeks. Do any of you have a similar program? Anything you can do to mix it up, get some intermittent fasting, and there's a great thing. One Leg No Carbs said, God is so amazing how he made our bodies able to fix itself through fasting and proper diet. That's so true. Yeah, it's amazing what the human body is capable of. Robin said, sometimes plain water gives me a stomach ache if I drink a lot. Well, that changes drinking water is a must. I hope so. I haven't heard of that one. What kind of water are you drinking too? I don't know. I'm so particular, but we're really fortunate where we are. We have a very deep well and sandy soil. Our water at home is so good out of the tap. At the theater, we used to have purified water, which is I've since learned is really junky. I found we have Woodman's here is one of the big grocery stores. They sell spring water in a bottle, and it's the same price as the purified stuff. So we've been getting a lot of that. Maybe try switching up the water a little bit, or maybe you're drinking a little bit too much. I don't know. A lot of people don't drink enough, so I caution on that. But Nancy asked if I got rid of my backache. I did. Thank you so much. I'm certain. A lot of people are like, oh, that backache is this or that or the other thing. Inflammation. It's gone. It started easing up a little bit as I started the fast too, because I went on Lion 3 days before. Carnivore Ron said I weighed myself before I ate Thursday morning before I broke my 5-day fast. 157. One Hope for All said a 3-day fast is good enough, Carrie. 5-day. I did 5. But yeah, 3-day would be good for a future one, maybe. Craig, I love this comment. Craig is a member too. Thank you, Craig. I have to laugh at people, especially doctors who fear fasting. Gandhi and people in the Middle East have been fasting for thousands of years. And there's so many biblical references to it. It's humorous. Absolutely. You know, I don't want to get all fired up and go on a tangent, but you're absolutely right, Craig. And one thing that really irritates me is something Professor Seyfried said. He was talking about, you know, these poor kids that have cancer. Whatever treatment they should be getting, why can't we just offer as an option that they could also try fasting and carnivore or keto? He didn't say carnivore or keto, fasting and keto. There's so much science that chemo is so much more effective while you're fasting. There's also a lot of science that even if you're not doing chemo and you're fasting and you're in keto, because sugar thrives on, or cancer thrives on sugar. And he was told we couldn't do that to kids. We can't have them fast and do keto. That would be dangerous. As they're putting them in radiation and chemo, fasting, what has been done for thousands of years, is so healthy for you. Doctors should know better. They say that's dangerous and we can't do it and we can't talk about it. I could tell Professor Seyfried when he was speaking about that subject, he was very frustrated. Cindy said, was chatting with Mac and Maggie this morning. Excited that you're going to include them in your documentary. I may be out there next week and see you too. Awesome. That's so cool, Cindy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Mac too. I know he's so cool. He loves sailboats and he watches them on YouTube. And I think they're both Maggie and Mac are opening up to more stuff on YouTube. And some of the sailing channels that Mac watched, I've actually watched before. I don't even sail. I don't know anything, but there's a couple YouTubers that got some really cool YouTube videos on sailing. Yeah, Craig Barbivore said, agreed. Just like doctors think eating only meat is dangerous. Yeah, everything's backwards. Craig asked, how do you sleep? I sleep much better after 48 hours. Incredible. The sleep the first day was incredible. And every day after I was dreaming and deep sleep. So much better. I guess it's because your digestive system completely shut down and asleep. That requires a lot of energy to run that thing. So you're not running it. It's not running at night and you get deeper sleep. West Wonder said, I fast every Tuesday. I do a 32-hour fast. That's awesome. Good job. That's so good for you. I'm gonna implement something like that where it's on a schedule. Diana said, Carrie, I think it's awesome what you're doing with your podcast, especially your documentary. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Paul says he sleeps like a rock. Wonderful. Lisa said, I like to drizzle scrambled eggs into the boiling broth to make egg drop soup. That sounds really good, actually. I know my friend Carnivore Ron on here. He was talking when we spoke last about doing egg drop soup. I've never made that before. I should. I love eggs. But we'll see. Because like I said, I'm going to try to do Lion after I get back from Maggie's. Carnivore Life said, here in Brazil, I can get fresh eggs. And man, they are way better than store-bought. I agree 100%. It's funny because today, when I broke my fast after having the bone broth, I had scrambled eggs and farm fresh from the homestead. Unfortunately, we have a bunch of guests at our Airbnb, and a lot of times we offer the eggs up to them first. That's a huge thing for them to come in a homestead and get to try some farm fresh eggs. So there was only 2. So I had to do 2, and then I had to do some store-bought ones, I think, that we got from Costco. A lot of times I'll get farm fresh eggs from my neighbor, but they have a limited supply. So I had 2 that were farm fresh, and I as we were cracking them and put them in the bowl, and then you look at the other ones, it's a night and day difference. deep, dark, golden yellow oak on the farm fresh ones. And even the nice store-bought ones, which are the organic, more expensive ones, they're nothing. They don't even compare. Jan Smith said, Dr. Mindy Peltz, who's wonderful, by the way, says to break your fast with a good avocado, and then an hour later bone broth, and then an hour later protein. See her videos, 7 types of fast. Yeah, she's done a lot of great videos on that. Hey, Bill Knott's in the chat. I'm so far behind. This was an hour ago. Hey, Bill, hope you're doing well. I was just talking about you. I'll probably get down and catch up on the comments and see some more comments on that. One Leg No Carbs says, I'm doing 5-day dry fast for healing. Christy, what does heavy legs mean? Yeah, I don't know how to better describe this. I described this in my 30-day video. When I first slept on carnivore, I had heavy legs. And when I did my first day of my fast, I had heavy legs. I woke up, and the best way to say it is like I felt like a kid when I was 10 years old. And on a Saturday morning, I would sleep until noon, which I haven't done since I was 10 years old, by the way. And you wake up and your eyes open and you just feel so well rested. You almost got to slap your legs and wake them up. They're so heavy, and you're like, your legs are asleep, your feet are asleep, your knees are asleep. They feel heavy. And then you wake up and you're like, wow, I feel rejuvenated. That's how I felt the first day of my fast. And that's how I felt the first weeks on carnivore. Hey, my buddy Alex Miner. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Hey, I'm going to be down in Florida in December. I gotta touch base with you. He's going to try a 3-day fast starting Monday. Good job, Alex. You got it. If you're going from carnivore, it's so I got to be careful saying it's so easy. But it's so easy in reference to doing it from a standard American diet, which I did before and was so hard. Florida Doc said, I broke my 96-hour fast with 20 ounces of salmon and about 4 ounces of ribeye. Last week, I broke it with a homemade bone broth. Awesome. Lots of shout outs from my friend Bill. Hey, Bill, not love your journey. Congratulations on all your progress. They're asking about Bill's ad, and Bill said, if they approve it, which Carrie says they will because I sent him the draft, it will be in my next video on Monday. Yes. Hopefully they approve it for you. The only thing is, Bill, sometimes they're slow on the weekends. So that was one thing that was frustrating when I was working with them. I'd be like, I do this video on Tuesday, and then it was like coming down to the wire, and I'm like, I need this approval because I got to make the video live. I do a kind of a strict schedule, but I think you'll be fine, Bill. You knocked that one out of the park. Bill, I feel like we're brothers now too, and I'm not just saying that to flatter you, telling you that your video was good. It really was good. And if it was bad, I would have given it to you. My only thing is they want organic going forward. So in the future ones, you might have to switch it up a little bit. Like I said, Laura Spath, she does excellent ads for Element. Watch a couple of her videos. Like every one she starts and she's just like drinking. She's got the box in the background and she talks about it new on each episode. Hey, there he is. Who's your carnivore? I broke my fast at 5 p.m. today with bone broth and a couple eggs. That's what I did. I'm at dinner now waiting for my 16-ounce prime rib. Awesome. I was gonna say, I thought you were gone today. I was gonna actually text you, Brett. When I get back, we got to do a video together. We've done a couple little live streams here and there, but I would love to have you on the channel. I got to focus on the Carnivore Diet Documentary, but either that or I mentioned earlier, but there's some new people on here now. 11/11, November 11th. We're planning. It's not official yet. We're going to announce it probably next week. Live stream. Or we might also do a live stream, but a meetup in Chicago. Right near O'Hare at a little banquet room at a hotel. So I don't know how far you are from there, Brett, but we'd love to have you there. And we're going to be doing some filming there also. Lisa C said, hey, question, Carrie, if your beef neighbor comes with you to Chicago, I'll be there. He seems so fun. Aaron, my neighbor, is awesome. It's so funny because he was a blast in the video because he's passionate and fired up about farming. I've known this guy for 8 years. We go to church together. We used to do the video work at church. We would sit in a little booth upstairs, and it was kind of like a news studio where it's like, okay, go to camera 1. Okay, go to camera 2. We'd have 4 cameras, and we would do all of this for the live stream, and then we would record DVDs for the shut-ins and people that couldn't make it up to church. And he never said a word. He was always so quiet. I think part of it was because he was tired because the poor guy does all that work, and then he works at a factory. I'll mention it to him. I don't know if he's gonna wanna come all the way out there or not, but that would be cool. That's actually a really good idea. That's a really good idea. He could bring a little flyer with or something. The problem is you can only buy the meat from him in my city. He's not shipping it out yet, but he was looking into that. So maybe he's come a little further on that. Also, newsflash update. I filmed a commercial for them that's going to appear on the big screen as well. And normally we charge because it's a lot of work to go out to someone's place and film. And then we have a professional that we work with that we pay that does a voiceover and we turn it into a 30-second ad. And I was going to charge him and I got done with it. I'm like, you guys are doing such incredible work. I don't know what's going to happen when people don't want to be independent farmers like you. So I just, I gave that all to them for free. So I got to head over there and stock up on some more steaks too and some eggs when I get back. Jen Spencer said, so glad you're going to Maggie's. Can't wait. Yeah, me too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Diana, my first video I watched, Carrie, was what to do with your fireplace ashes. I'm sorry you had to watch that one first. I hate that video so much. And YouTube just shows it. That video has over 4 million views. It's incredible. I don't know why YouTube loves that video so much, but I've made a lot of friends with it, so I'm thankful for that. My friend JT, Poco Moonshine Family, shout out. That's how he found me too. He used to watch me bunch of homesteading videos before I ever started carnivore. Then he saw me start carnivore. Then he decided to start carnivore. Oh, cool. Lisa C. My first carry video was the greenhouse build. That's a cool. I like that video. That was a lot of fun because the girls all helped me build it. And we still use that thing today. Bill Knott, shout out Daisy. Just woke up and he's laying right in front of me and Jen. John Barrett said, did you get hungry on the fast? No, I had a little craving the first day and then it was just gone. Like that, there was no hunger. Day 2, 3, 4, or 5. The first day during my normal feeding time, my stomach was growling. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. But it went away pretty quick. I drank a bunch of water. Take the Ride said, how long do y'all do for your first water fast? I haven't done one yet. Everyone's different. My first one I did was, well, I guess actually my first one was 24 hours because I did a couple OMAD. I guess technically that's a water fast. I ate nothing for 23 hours, 24 hours, and then had one meal. If you do keto first, that's your best bet. It's really hard if you don't do keto. If you're trying to do the standard American diet or dirty keto and you're not in ketosis and you do it, it's a lot harder. Barbie Force said, who's going to start the carnivore dating app? Carnivores are the happiest, healthiest people. That is funny. And that's pretty awesome, actually. It's probably a market for that for sure. S. Diamond said, can you have heavy cream on carnivore or will it cause inflammation and slow weight loss? I'm going to keep reading comments because I'm sure some people answered. I don't do any dairy. I have issues with dairy. I know cheese stalls a lot of people. Some people are just fine with it. I think there's a lot of people that have intolerances to dairy and they don't realize it because it's not like a peanut allergy where it's drastic, but their stomach hurts and they're gassy and they're bloated and they don't attribute it back. But me personally, I don't have any cream, so I can't answer that, but I'll check some more comments. Maybe someone else did. Oh, awesome. Carnivore Brother said, Homestead How, we're hoping to join you in Chicago. That would be great. More to come soon. Ali is emailing some people and we're gonna do an official announcement. It's 90% there, but it's not official yet. I'm still waiting to hear back from a few people to finalize it. Lynn said, Carrie, congratulations. 5 days, you rock. Thank you. Tanya says, Dr. Kiltz does a dry fast. Craig said 3 days or more without H2O can kill you from dehydration. Jennifer said, Carrie, Maggie's a very sweet person and loves to visit with people. You two are going to have a blast. Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said earlier, I've been talking to her, chatting with her, messaging back and forth weekly for several weeks now. She's awesome. She's a great person. We're like best friends already. Lynn said, Carrie, congratulations, you rock. Please record Maggie for a short. We all don't want to miss seeing her too, even if you don't have to see her till after you get back. Yes. Oh, I'm going to do shorts. I'm going to do YouTube videos. I'm going to do a bunch of stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I might not be able to publish those until we get back, but we'll see. El Mozzarino. Did I say that right? Mozzarino. Italian? I don't know. I'm probably screwing that up. I apologize. Carrie, congratulations. You look great. I have a question. I'm totally carnivore since September 1st of this year. Why am I gaining weight? What are you eating? I would need more information to know that. It's pretty odd. Um, some people say they're carnivore, but then they're still having some non-carnivore things. I'm not saying that's the case with you, but really think about if you're doing strict carnivore. One thing I would suggest, like I had a big stall, and then I decided to try a lion diet, and I was only going to do it for 3 days. And if you're doing strict carnivore, like you say you are, going from carnivore to lion diet, everyone's like, I could never do that. Why? It's not a stretch. If you're doing carnivore diet and you're eating all animal products, and then you just say, okay, for 3 days, I'm just going to have steak and ground beef and some other things, but no butter or bacon or eggs. It's not that hard to do. And everyone I've heard that does that, all of a sudden the weight starts dropping off again. Also depends on how much you're eating, but I would consider trying a lion diet for a couple days, or if you're comfortable with it, doing a fast. But really look at what you're eating. Some people will say I'm doing carnivore diet so strict, or they'll say 95% strict. Then I'll ask them more, and they'll be like, yeah, but I still have fruit every now and then. Well, that'll kick you out of ketosis, so you won't lose weight. Or they'll say I have cheese, which some people are fine with cheese, but I've talked to an incredible amount of people that cheese messes them up and stalls them and causes issues. So I'll look at a couple of those things. Maybe we got some other people leaving some good comments here too. Charger Mopar, this is on at the same time as JT's live stream. Oh man, I didn't realize that. I gotta Charger Mopar, Rick. I gotta do this. I was talking to Adam. We should have like a schedule. Not that I'm telling anyone, hey, if Carrie does a live stream, you can't do it. But if we had a schedule, it would be so nice because like I could say I'm gonna go from 7 to 8, and then JT's starting at 8, and then I could say, everyone go over and watch JT now. Shout out JT though. Everyone go watch him. You can stop watching me. I don't mind. Seriously, JT's awesome. He's been such a good friend. Yeah, we got to get some sort of schedule. Not just so that we don't interfere with it. It's hard too though, because there are a lot of carnivores. I think when I scheduled this one last minute because we had a movie and I was fasting and I'm preparing for traveling out to Maggie, so I wasn't going to do this. And then I'm like, oh, we got a long movie up there, and I want to update everyone before we leave. And I just love talking to my carnivore family, so I decided to do this one very last minute. But I got to get a calendar going. I got to figure this out. It'd be so cool to have a schedule. I've done this before too, where I did it, and Dr. Barry's doing one. It's like, oh, what's the point? Everyone's watching Dr. Barry. I want to go watch Dr. Barry, so I'll just drop out of here. If we had a schedule, though, we could hand off to each other. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, Allison Stevenson. That question I don't like. No, it's a great question. What is the name of the documentary? We are so incredibly close to announcing a name. It's so important what the name is. The documentary is about the carnivore diet. However, if we use the word carnivore in the name, it's going to scare everyone away. We have to ease them into it. So that has presented a challenge. We've had a lot of people suggest names, and we have a really good list that we're working on. I can't really talk about it too much, but in order to get a good name, you sometimes have to get some permissions from people that have similar names. And if you want to do it as a documentary in a movie, you have to clear things. And that's where we're at right now. And we're so close to clearing things and finalizing that and announcing it, but we're just not quite there yet. And I don't want to give anything away before we get too far. Jennifer Carnivore said, Carrie, Coach Stevens makes animations. Maybe he can help you with that for the Carnivore documentary. That's awesome. I'll have to take him up on that because that's a big part of it. I have one other person who's a carnivore that does this for a living, and he offered to help with that as well. So I've had so many people reach out to help, which I love. Teresa said, I've been telling my husband about you today, and he's so interested to start at least keto for sure. He needs it so much, and I do too. Awesome. Good luck. You can do it. Do it. Start with keto. Keto's easy. Who couldn't get behind getting rid of sugar and seed oils? Those things are so bad for you. Tell your husband this. 88% of people have poor metabolic health. Based on what you're telling me here, your husband has poor metabolic health. That means he has a 6x chance of suffering from heart disease or having a heart attack, Having inflammation and eating sugar and doing those things is so bad for people, and people don't think about it and they don't worry about it. And all everyone is worried about is cholesterol numbers. Barbivore, how dare you? How about the next 24-hour live stream is a fasting live stream? We can empty our guts and empty our pockets. Oh, I don't want to think about that right now. That is a great idea, though. That would be fun. 24 hours is nothing. I just did 5 days. That would be cool. Especially how many people jumped on and are doing it too. 24-hour live stream for cancer. How about that for a cause? Just get the word out about Professor Seafried. Barbivore, you just won the best comment of the day. That's a great idea. My only hesitation is I gotta focus on the documentary. It's such a balancing act too, because in order to do it, like I said, here, shout out Chris C. Cancer Revolution. That was what I was talking about before. Cancer Evolution .film. Or you just Google that. But notice it's not Cancer Revolution. There isn't two R's. It's Cancer Evolution. It's a play on words. It's a really cool title. I want to do something to the quality that they did. And that requires a big budget. It requires several cameras. It requires a professional voiceover guy. It requires someone that can do amazing animation and editing and color grading and all of this stuff. So it's a balancing act, but I am focused on filming going forward. But at some point, we're going to have to raise more funds, especially when we get near the end. We have every one of these big doctors that have agreed. I've got all their names written down here. Dr. Barry, Dr. Chafee, Dr. Baker, Dr. Kiltz, Dr. Lisa Wiedemann, Dr. Tony Hampton. We have to film those guys super professionally, and that's going to be expensive. Brian just said, Dr. Barry announced your interview with your friend Jeff from Canada. I think you mean Dr. Baker. I watched it earlier, and it was awesome. Dr. Baker was so emotional just talking about Jeff. The interview will be put out in a week or so. Yep. Yeah, I saw that a half hour after it came out. I immediately texted my friend Jeff, and he was so excited for that. Hey, it's my friend Ellie. Carrie, you look great. The eye bags have improved immensely. Thank you so much. Oh, Darlene asks, how's your family doing on carnivore? Wonderful. Well, let me start first. My extended family. My mom's doing it. My stepdad's doing it. They've been going for 5 months, killing it. Both of my sisters are doing it. And I don't talk to my older sister very much. I should talk to her more. I wish I could. But she called me, and I was so worried when she called me that she's going to be like, I stopped carnivore. No, it was the opposite. She was thriving because the last time I talked to her, she was struggling a little bit. She was getting sick of meat, and she's like, this is kind of boring. I don't know. And her clothes are fitting so much better, and they're looser. And she was just having some really good results. And she had just watched a video that Dr. Chafee did, and she was really excited about that video. And then she watched my video I did with Rena on 5 Minute Body, and she got excited about that. So they're all doing well. Emma's still doing great. My daughter Lily, who had some amazing results early and then tried doing keto and then fell off the bandwagon and then went back on and then fell off and then went back on, is back on it. She's been doing it for, I don't even know how long now. I can't keep track. I know she's definitely on it because on day 3 of my fast, she was cooking up a big steak and it triggered me for a second. I wasn't hungry, but that smell, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go eat steak. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I'm still fasting. Jen tried carnivore, jumped in, went too quick. Now she's doing her own thing with keto and she's trying to ease back into carnivore, but she's killing it on keto. She's really doing well. She's eating a lot cleaner and she's starting to consume more carnivore content. So she got this horrible meat aversion. She's just terrified of eating meat, but I'm hoping she starts introducing it more. She is eating meat, but mostly just junky meat that I'm like, this is just a waste, like chicken and turkey, but baby steps. We're being patient. She's doing 100 times better than she was before. And she's been really sticking to keto. So doing good. My other 2 girls, no. Katie tried it for like 2 days. And she's like, I can't do this. And then my daughter, Alyssa, I think tried it for a day or 2. And she said, I couldn't do it. However, they have it in their toolbox now. If God forbid they ever get really messed up like I was, or you start getting depression or anxiety or other issues like that, they know it's there as an option. And I'm hopeful that maybe they'll come around eventually. They like steak too, both of them. Oh, that's a good question. Radical 2, would it be possible or advantageous to get Starlink to take with you for the documentary so you always have decent internet access? That's a great one. I don't know. I don't think so because I don't know what the deal is with Starlink now, but there was like a waiting list. It takes a while. I'm leaving tomorrow, so there's no way I'd be able to arrange that. But I know she has internet there because I talked to her. I just think it's spotty. I know she has internet there also because she did do that stream with Dr. Chafee, but it was pretty choppy and it cut out a few times. So we'll see what happens. Barbivore said Dr. Barry and Jeff interview. No, I think that gentleman earlier misspoke. It was Dr. Baker and Jeff interview, and it'll be out in a week. And yes, Dr. Baker today did just a random like 5-minute video shouting out the video coming out in a week with Jeff DeProsperous. So he was really excited and emotional talking about it. It was really cool. Really cool for Jeff too, because like I said, he idolizes Dr. Baker. To be able to get on and talk to him and then have Dr. Baker go out of the way to do a video about him. It was almost brought a tear to my eye. I was so excited when I got to text Jeff earlier today to tell him about that. Maggie, Ellie asks, hope you've been well. I've been great. Thank you. How will you be in Canada filming? Maggie, are you going to have a team or just you and Emma again? Great question. A couple days, and it's going to be me and my good friend Adam from Carnivore Today, who you know, Ellie. He's an amazing photographer. Initially, Emma was going to go with, but she doesn't have a passport, and she's back in school, and she has a job. And yeah, Adam is an amazing photographer. Emma did an amazing job too. So I would have been happy to have either of them come with, but Adam is literally, he's had his work in National Geographic and in magazines and just incredible stuff. So he's going to do some photography, which will be cool for like behind the scenes of the documentary, but he's also amazing at filming stuff. He's like, I'm not a film guy, but he has a YouTube channel with an amazing background and composition and quality. And he's a perfectionist and he's a really good interviewer as well. So it's going to be myself and Adam. And it's going to be so cool. Tomorrow, I'm going to meet Adam at the airport, and it'll be the first time I met him in person. We've been talking like every day for months now, but it'll be the first time I met him in person. So, and then we're going to be living together in Maggie's guest house with an outhouse too, which is going to be really cool. Maggie's like, we're going to be roughing it. You're going to be okay. I'm like, I'll be fine. Lisa C asked, when is Dr. Chafee's book coming out? I don't know, but I was just talking to him. He's in France right now. And he mentioned that he's working on it. So I don't know, but as soon as that book comes out, I'm going to read it. And I'm pretty certain, based on how much I know Dr. Chafee and his work, it's going to be incredible. I'm going to shout that out everywhere I can. Good tip, Linda. Best to sip water all day, not to flush minerals from the body. Yeah, I think I made that mistake on my first one. Who's your carnivore, Brett? Dr. Sean Baker has a great carnivore book. Yes, I used to have it sitting right here. I just lent it to a friend that's considering carnivore. She was down here. I talked to her for like 2 hours about it. His book is wonderful, and it's the original book on carnivore. And even just the intro, his little autobiography was fascinating. Hey, Meeting Wellness, thank you so much. I'm glad you are doing your end of fast live. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this, but why not? Man, I'm so far behind on these comments. I'm sorry, guys. Gene Richards, are you asking for donations for your documentary? Unfortunately, I hate asking for it, but yes, every penny we get goes to the documentary, and we're going to need more funds. So you can donate at donate.carnivoredietmovie.com, or better yet, on the bottom of the screen or in the description, www.carnivoredietmovie. There's a link to the GoFundMe, and every penny we get is going towards the documentary. Our goal is to reach the hopeless, help the hopeless, give them hope. They don't have to be hopeless. Lisa C said 5 Minute Body is a great interviewer. Agreed. She knocked it out of the park. I'm learning so much from her. I hope she hits 100,000 subscribers. When we launched the video, she mentioned that. I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool if our video together got you to 100,000. She deserves it. She's a wonderful interviewer and preparer. Like a week before, she sent me a bunch of questions, and really, I think it took it to the next level. She was asking me about medical background and things like that. Chris C said, I watched a doc on salt loading using salt as a detox. If you eat enough, you get a laxative effect. According to this documentary, I've not tried. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard that. Lisa C starts her day with a hot mug of salt water now that she doesn't drink coffee. That's cool. Rhonda's asking a question. I'm 50 days in, 1 to 2 weeks. I had good results, but felt trashy and wiped out. Next 3 to 5 weeks felt amazing. 2 weeks ago, fever, aches, and bad headache. Had it 2 weeks. Can't shake it. Carnivore. Are you getting, this is what Dr. Chafee always says. 3 things. Are you getting enough? Are you drinking enough water, but not too much? Are you getting enough fat? Most people don't get enough fat and they get fever, aches, and bad headaches. And are you getting your electrolytes? Those would be the 3 things I would check into for sure. Oh, Alex, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. $5 for the film and the fast. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Alex is great too. He's got his own YouTube channel. Check out Alex Miner. We did a video together way back in the day. I keep saying way back. I've only been doing carnivore for 6 months, but it seems like it's been a couple of years based on everything that's going on. But Alex is wonderful. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Teresa said, Carrie, our first hearing you yesterday, just subscribing today to you. And the reason we saw you was the 5-minute body. She's awesome. I also subscribed to her. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. I'm actually going to be on Rena's channel. She has like a group. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's next month. It's a round table or something like that. She invited me to. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Barbie4 said, now Carrie's performing weddings. Love it. Yeah. Hey, I never stop YouTubing. So I'll probably show some of that on YouTube. I just want to do a good job for them. It's kind of informal. Obviously, we're doing it in a movie theater with a bunch of friends and family. But Ellie said, I want to visit your theater one day. Hey, everyone is invited to the world famous Montello Theater. I love visitors, and I get so many carnivores coming in talking to me. Mary said, you have that nice waterfall across the street too, right? Beautiful place. Yes. Have you been here, Mary? You're absolutely right. So blessed and so fortunate. You walk out the doors of the movie theater, and across the street is waterfalls, the waterfall park. It's called Daggett Park. And then over off to the side a little bit more is Quick Trip gas station, which you might think, oh, what's the big deal there? But it's the busy, everyone in town goes there. We're in a small town. And so all the traffic comes through right there. So we couldn't have a better location, but it's so nice leaving the movie theater. And there's a little church on the top of the waterfalls. It's a little miniature version because there used to be a real church there. And at certain hours, like 6 p.m. and I think 10 p.m., the bells ring, the church bells ring. It's just so cool. And then in wintertime at Christmas, we have the big Christmas tree lighting. And so last year we did that. We went over there. I filmed some stuff for YouTube, and we had a bunch of people come over for the movie. This year we're going to do a free Christmas movie. For Halloween, we're doing a free Christmas Halloween movie. And I'm still working on trying to arrange this, but shout out anyone listening locally. I know I got a lot of local watchers. If you're a veteran or you're at the VA, I want to do a VA day. Everything's free on Montello Theater. We'll pay for the movie. We'll pay for the concessions. You can get pork rinds or salt, or pork rinds with salt. They're carnivore clean and water. If you get the other junk, we'll include that too. But I want to do that for the veterans, so I got to arrange that still. Joshkin said, your videos are a huge encouragement. Thank you. I appreciate that. Randy K, my back pain is gone. Thank you. Dr. Jason Fung is awesome. I got to talk to that guy and get him in the documentary too. But Barbie4 said, Carrie's my go-to when I need to get pumped up. He's always high energy. Thank you so much. I appreciate those comments. I always find those so funny because I was completely the opposite before. It's all carnivore. Question, Uncle Big Guy. Do you post your meetups with Chris Bear of Keto Chow? He is a list, meetup, and conferences. No, I got to check that out. Thank you for the heads up. I wasn't aware of that. Ellie, great question. Is the documentary going to be episodic or full feature? This is something I'm struggling with because we have to do these justice and I keep adding to it. Cancer has to be in here. Cancer is going to be in here. To do that justice, this documentary is going to be 8 hours long. So we're trying to do one documentary to start, and we're trying to cover each of these big topics, but we're not going to be able to go deep, deep, deep in depth with every one of them. We're going to go deep in depth with a couple, like Bill's story. Then after that, the goal, if we can raise the funds and we can keep the momentum going, is to do episodic and to do a series where each one of these is given the justice it deserves. So we'll talk about mental health in the main documentary. It's so important. But then we'll do a whole episode where we really do a deep dive into it. So that is the plan. Oh, thank you so much, Wayne Moore. Super chat. Big love from the UK for all you do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I'm actually hoping to get out to the UK at some point. We got to do a carnivore meetup there. I got a lot of friends in the UK. Kent Carnivore being one of them. Rock Salt being another. Alex Cannon being another. Lots of great carnivores out there. Hope I can get out there at some point and film them. Allison said, can you put the knife in your check bag? I'm scared to do that. I've heard horror stories about weapons in Canada. They're very strict at the border there. Hey, it's my favorite. Robin Heron, Carnivorous Grandma. I missed it. Gonna have to watch it on replay. Thank you, Robin. Appreciate you. Bill Bill and I are always joking about this knife. Bill, I lost this the other day. I think I told you. I was freaking out. It slipped out of my pocket and into the couch cushion, and I was looking around for hours and hours. I was so scared. Carrie, just do a couple of threatening flicks at the border agent, and they should let you pass with it, no problem. Yeah, they'll go run away. They'll run away crying. Bill, I don't know if that's good advice or not. Man, so many great comments. Thank you guys all so much. Shout out Bill Knott. Love seeing Bill's first video. I subscribed today after watching you. Good job, Bill. Everyone give Bill some love. Bill, you don't give yourself enough credit. Look at your numbers. If that's not enough, your engagement numbers on YouTube and what people are watching and how long they're sticking. People are loving your videos and your story. Wow, so many comments. I'm so far behind here. I'll have to wrap this up here. Bill Knott, flick, Carrie would get through. I'm going to end up in a prison in a jail in Chicago. Teresa Stewart asked, how much is it to be a member? We have a couple different levels. The most basic one is $2.99 a month, and you can cancel it anytime. And if you're a member, we do members only live streams once a week. If you're a member, I also try to answer every question you have or comment you have and shout those out first. So, and there's a little join button, I think, in the description and below every YouTube video, there should be a join button. It's tricky sometimes if you're like on an iPhone versus desktop, but it should be there somewhere. Meeting wellness, how many scrambled eggs did you eat to break your fast with the bone broth? I had bone broth and then I waited a long time before eating the eggs. And in terms of how many I had, I don't know. Emma made them for me. Shout out Emma. She made a huge plate. I'm like, there's no way I'm eating all that. So I think I probably had 4, maybe 5. I think she made 9. I had I had like half, the plate was like this big. And I had not even probably half of it. And I was stuffed. And I'm like, I don't want to overdo it. I'm trying to be real careful because my timing of all of this wasn't great considering I'm flying out to Canada tomorrow. All right, I'm getting caught up on these comments here. Hey, it's my buddy Graham. How you doing? Shout out Carnivore Transformer. We did a video together a while ago. Graham is awesome. He's an amazing carnivore. We started around near the same time, and he's inspiring a lot of people. He's got a great YouTube channel. Been doing a lot of his exercise workouts on the channel, and he's just awesome because he's a vital part of the Carnivore Diet Documentary. He's managing our team of volunteers that are helping research all of these for the documentary and the series afterwards. So love you, Graham. You're the best. Thank you so much. Teresa Stewart said, Carrie, did you see any of my comments or questions being brand new? No, I don't know what you mean. If I missed one of yours, Teresa, I'm trying so hard to hit all of these, but they're just floating by so quick. Oh, wait, let me see. Is this it? No, we got John King as a new member. John King, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Every penny goes to Carnivore Diet Doc. And my buddy Todd, thank you, Todd, the Carnivore Cure, $10. Purse for a safe and awesome trip for Carrie and Adam. Have an amazing time with Maggie. I want to see Adam in his new cowboy hat. Yeah, me too. I was thinking that. I actually have an Indiana Jones hat here. I wore it when we played Indiana Jones. I look ridiculous in that thing. If I show up with that, Maggie might just not unlock the gate and tell us to turn around. But thank you so much, Todd. I always appreciate you. Um, Yeah, so I'm sorry, I just skipped over that one. Teresa, I don't know which one you were talking about there. If you have another question, just post it at the bottom. I'll try to make sure I get to it. Oh, now I got all messed up. I'm sorry, guys. There's so many comments coming through here. Wow. Don't know where I left off here. All right, here I'm gonna go to the bottom. I appreciate all these comments. If you have a really important question for me and I missed it, please post it again real quick. I am so lost. I This thing is real tricky, and sometimes when I click on something, it scrolls down like halfway, and then I can't figure out where I left off. Wow, where did I go here? Sorry, guys. Yes, Adam is amazing and awesome. He's the best. Don said, "Yeah, you're going to be real homestead style, outhouse and all for sure." I was just saying that to Bill. Legit homestead. Mary Blanchard said, "Did you watch the debate between Dr. Chafee, that vegan doctor from Canada?" I did. Yes. Um, if you want to know my thoughts on it, I don't know. I could do a whole video on that. I One thing I don't like about debate. Well, here's my first thought on it. If you want to do the vegan or vegetarian diet, I think that's 1,000 times better than the standard American diet and good for you. My only caution with it is I've seen so many, my daughter and wife included, that have done that. And then they end up with depression and mental health issues. That was something I don't think was addressed during that debate. And there's actually a lot of studies about vegan, vegetarian diet and depression. Um, and I think I know why now. I think it's because when you're not getting meat, which the human body has gotten since the start of time, your cholesterol goes down, and your hormones dysregulate. When you get that fatty meat and you get the cholesterol, your hormones regulate, your depression, anxiety goes away, your sleep gets better, your testosterone improves, everything improves, and that is missing from a vegetarian vegan diet. I don't think they talked about that on there. I wish they kind of did. One other thing that I didn't like was, I just don't like debates, but the vegan doctor, I think he did a good job. Like, give credit where due. But I think he also played kind of dirty. There were a couple times where he's like, "Surely you know about study XYZ, Chafee." And when you present something like that to somebody, if Dr. Chafee presented that to him, if Dr. Chafee, he's very careful with his words. And this guy's setting him up for a trap by saying, "Surely you know about study XYZ." This guy has already studied it, and he has these lined up in the he has the bullets in the gun ready to shoot for this question. And Dr. Chafee is very cautious and careful with his words. So he's setting him up for a no-win situation. And frankly, I think that was kind of a dirty move. And I think it's so dirty that I don't think Dr. Chafee would have done that in return. Um, so yeah, I did watch it. And my whole thing and my biggest takeaway from was I don't want to argue with vegan or vegetarian people. If you're getting away from the standard American diet and chronic inflammation and you can sustain that, good for you. And just know that I'm here for you and the carnivore diet's here for you. If you do that for a couple of years and it's not working out for you, because the number of comments, no joking, the number of thousands of comments I get from people, so many of them, I can't, I should go through and pull them all out, are from former vegetarian, vegan people that couldn't sustain it because they were hungry, because eating rabbit food and lettuce wasn't filling them up, and they were hungry, and then they started getting depressed and angry and anxious and mood issues, and they couldn't sustain it, and among all sorts of other health issues like depression and stuff dysregulating. So if you can do it and you can sustain it, good for you. You do you. I'm not judging anyone or telling anyone what to do, but we're here for you if it doesn't work out or it isn't sustainable for you. Let's see if we got a couple. Barbivore, happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Yeah. Susan. Susan's awesome. Carrie, about 2 weeks ago, I had a questionnaire registration for eggs and cattle farms. I thought it was under either Dr. Baker or Dr. Chafee. I lost the links. Maybe others have come across it. Thanks. I'm not sure what that is. So you're trying to put something together to see where people can get eggs and cattle farms or directory of those. I'm not sure on that one. Maybe someone else knows. I'll keep reading the comments. Maybe someone else is down here. Bill, you're amazing. You just don't realize it. Dawn, thank you for your prayers. I'll be praying for you both and Maggie and her loved ones that your trip will be safe and blessed richly. I appreciate that. Angela said, Carrie, I love what you do. I have some research for you regarding what the naysayers will say about carnivore. Please do, because that's going to be a part of the documentary too. Arguments against it. Homesteadhow@gmail.com. Please shoot me an email. Appreciate it. Teresa said, Bill, I would love to see how you did your GoFundMe for my husband with leukemia to be able to afford meat. And also, we want to do YouTube. Love your inspiration with Carrie. I'm sorry to hear about your husband, Teresa. If I can help, I will try to. The biggest thing is after Bill did that, I got a whole bunch of people asking that, and it's kind of heartbreaking because there's just not enough time to help everyone. And frankly, a big part of it is just doing it on your own. So like with the GoFundMe, Bill set that up on his own. I didn't do that for him. I think his brother helped him. And then the YouTube stuff, I'm happy to help or point in the right direction. I've since done a YouTube video with Adam and Rod Strong, how to get started on YouTube. So that might help you. But if I can help you more, shoot me an email, homesteadhow@gmail.com, and I will try my best. Question, did you drink Element on the fast? If so, did you only drink the unflavored? Yes, I did drink Element, and I only ever have the unflavored. I won't drink the flavored stuff. I also had Keto Chow. Shout out Keto Chow. Not an affiliate, but yeah, I got some Element back here behind me, and then I have some right here. Actually, I was drinking just before this, and only unflavored. And I have Keto Chow at home, and it just seems more convenient. I got it right by the sink, so I'll put it in the morning. I'll take a big drink of that. Question, where can we find Sean Baker interview with Jeff? It's not out yet. It wasn't live, and they edited it. So Dr. Baker said it'll be out in about a week. If you go to Dr. Baker's channel now, you can watch the 5-minute video he did earlier today. That was just kind of talking about it, but it didn't have Jeff in it. It wasn't a real deep dive. It was just talking about how it was an inspiring story. Kathy says, yeah, Bella was a vegetarian for several years and sick. Yeah, I know. I was so fortunate to talk to Bella on the 24-hour live stream. I've watched a lot of her videos. She's fantastic. Ellie said, I didn't like the debate. I agree. He did Dr. Chafee dirty. Yeah. I didn't like it. And then afterwards, I'm like, it's kind of funny because I was thinking that'd be cool if Dr. Chafee did a debate with someone. But now in retrospect, I'm like, what's the point? Why argue? I'd rather see a debate against standard American diet. Like if you're going to get off the standard American diet and get rid of fix your metabolic health, if you're doing that through vegan or carnivore, I really don't care. I don't think it needs to be debated. But I don't think the vegan diet is sustainable. That's my only caution. If someone's coming to me to ask for my personal advice, I don't want to lead them down the wrong road and be like, yeah, just do vegan, vegetarian, and you'll be just fine. Because I've seen so many loved ones suffer on that. They get better, they're better right away, and then they're hungry, and then they're hungrier, and then they can't sustain. And then I see the mood and the depression start happening for so many people that have gone down that road. Angela said, Carrie, after the vegan debate, I did a deep dive in the nurses' health study. Our dietary guidelines are from the Seventh day Adventist. Nurses' health study sets public health for the nation. Awesome. See, that's the tricky part too with a debate. The guy was just referencing this study and that study, and so many of these studies are biased. And so many of these studies, like, it's not easy for someone to just comment and be like, oh yeah, well, this study this. Well, no, you have to really dig into it. And so to go to someone and say, surely you know about this study is basically saying you're discrediting the person instantly. Because if he says, surely I do, then he's going to throw some hardball question at him. And if he says, I'd like to research it more, then he looks like he's dumb for not knowing about a study that surely he should know about. Dr. Chafee could have said the exact same thing about 100 other studies. Surely you should know about it. And the guy would have been like, so yeah, it was kind of dirty. All right, we're almost getting to the bottom here. Ellie said, I've seen so many videos of vegans eating meat for the first time and their eyes light up as if they were missing their souls for years. It breaks my heart. So happy my kids eat carnivore. Agreed. That was the case for Emma too. It was like a light switch went off when she started eating meat. And it just right away, she started feeling better. Her sleep started improving. Her mood started improving. Same thing for Lily. Well, Lily wasn't vegan, but when she went carnivore from standard American diet. So awesome. I think I got to the bottom. If I missed any important questions, I'm so sorry. Maybe post it real quick on the bottom and I'll try to get to it, but I think I'm going to wrap it up here. What else can we say? CarnivoreDietMovie.com. Check it out. You can get the Redmond salt shaker. Those things are really a hot commodity. A lot of people have been getting those. Don't call me Shirley. Love that. Shirley. I used to use that one all the time. Carnivore Diet Movie. You can also donate. You can purchase the water bottles, and all the money from any of those goes right towards the documentary. We're going to be doing a lot of shorts and YouTube videos, and we're going to do our members only live stream on Friday next week instead of Thursday. And we're going to do a members only video as well. And if you are a member and you leave some comments, shout out to all my members on here today. I really appreciate you all. We will try to answer all of your comments first, and you can always email me, homesteadhow@gmail.com. So yeah, let's end it there. I don't see any more questions coming from here. Thank you, my friend Graham. Everyone check out Carnivore Transformer. Shout out. Good night, Carrie. Safe travels, buddy. Thank you so much, Graham. Appreciate all of you. Thank you all so much, and have a great night. Bye, Robin. Thank you too. Good night.